Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Emo Panda, and today I'm bringing you a gameplay on Zavod 311. Today I'm going to be talking about the gameplay, a little bit about my class setup, and then a couple of other random thoughts as they happen. So I'm running Engineer, which is pretty much the only class I ever run on this map, and there's a reason for that. As everybody knows who plays Battlefield, a good tank driver can make or break a game. So running Engineer, if you spawn on the Alpha side, it's really easy to trap the enemy team at the Delta side, far easier than it is the other way. There's really only two main ways for a tank to go through, and that's through the street there that I'm looking at, and the other side if they try to flank around. So I'm currently using the, I think it's the Ace 21 CQB. This is arguably my favorite carbine. Later on I'll switch to the UMP 45, which is D&D, and is my favorite PDW. The UMP 45 has the highest damage output per shot out of all the PDWs, and it shoots good from the hip. I tend to run it with a straight grip for shooting more accuracy on the move, and you know, your choice of optic. I also run it with a muzzle brake and laser sight for even better hip-fire accuracy. So as you saw earlier, that's where I like to throw my slams down, and the reason for that is because noob tank drivers, which is, let's be honest, about 70% of the community, will just go down they'll just go down the road and not spotting as you go along, and that'll cause, you know, to get a free kill. See, look at that. That's another reason why I like to run the NG on this. The SRAs are by far the best. I also use the SRA as more of a sniping weapon from time to time. PDWs obviously lack range, so running the SRA, it's nice to take out snipers. It's very satisfying. The PDWs, the UMP 45 is capable of, you know, medium range if you tap fire or what I call bump fire it. You'll see me do that multiple times. Some other things I like to talk about is I'm playing with my friend Cold Seth, and he and I work together. We're both in the military, and I feel that gives us a unique gameplay style. We know how each other is going to react to certain situations based on our military training. We train together, we work together. As such, when we play video games such as Battlefield, we both tend to know what each other is going to do. Whether it's he's going to flank left, I'm going to go up the middle, I'm going to suppress, he hooks around. Whatever the case may be, we adapt to the scenarios based on our actual live training. And a lot of people, you know, they don't have the same type of training as we do, for example, and I think this gives us a unique advantage. I'm not saying it's the end-all be-all, but let's be honest, the American military has survived and has done rather well for itself based on its training. We are probably the best trained military in the world, while not necessarily the biggest. You know, I would say one of ours is equal to 5 or 10 of somebody else's, and that's how we get by. So see, there's my buddy Cold Seth right there. He likes to run Engineer as well. We love those slams, man. I can't get enough of the slams. They're great for ghetto C4s. They're great for throw 2 on a tank, back up, hit it with 1 rocket, and it's done. I really like this map, Zavod 311. It's there's not very many maps I find that I can run PDWs on and be effective. I think the only other map you really can get away with it would be Flood Zone or maybe Operation Locker, but to be honest, on Operation Locker, if you're running something other than Assault, you're probably doing it wrong just because of all the close quarters and the revives. I mean, that's, I don't know, I get tired of people launching rockets down hallways. It's pretty weak sauce, if you ask me. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling here, but God, I just fucking love this game. So, right here, you see Cold Seth and I, we just both tag teamed that MRAP without even thinking twice, and it was beautiful. Playing with a team, even 1 or 2 other people, will make or break a game. I would say I'm an above average player. But in Battlefield, unlike Call of Duty, one individual cannot carry a team. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it's not nearly as common as what you see in Call of Duty. However, one squad or 2, 3, 4 people working together can carry a team. And as you see here, we've got them in more or less a spawn trap, except they're capping Alpha and Bravo, which I'm glad, because I really do dislike one-sided games. They're not fun for me. You don't get as much score. I like to work for my wins, and I do play for the win. There are several games where I will completely trash my KD ratio just to capture a point, which is almost counterproductive because you end up losing more tickets than. But I play for the W, and I will throw myself on that objective when nobody else will. Same with Cold Seth. He and I both play for the W. My win percentage, I think, I checked last night, it's about 65%, roughly. My score per minute's well over 1,000. And my KD's at a roughly 1.56, I think. So, teamwork is the way to go in Battlefield. I actually got a hate mail from somebody who basically said I was no good in a helicopter unless I had a dedicated repair bot, and he basically said I was trash. And I'll upload that video at a later time, but so I simply replied back and said, "Oh, you're right, I forgot I'm playing Call of Duty where you're not allowed to use teamwork." I mean, let's be honest, if someone's running engineer, what are they? They're either destroying vehicles or repairing them. So is this guy not supposed to repair my helicopter because that's quote-unquote unfair? And on that note, they even nerfed the repair torch. One guy cannot keep a helicopter up anymore. It takes two to repair to keep a helicopter up over a long period of hits. And Stingers, fuck man, Stingers are, I mean, I don't want to use the word OP, but let's be honest, they're fucking OP. Lock, shoot, lock, shoot, lock, shoot, helicopter down. And with the way the repair torches work now, they can't keep up with the Stingers. And flares take too long to regenerate, so unless you're on a map such as, even Hanine Resort, you can kind of use the hotel in the middle to break locks, but there's not many maps where you can effectively run a helicopter as a pilot by yourself without getting shot down. And it's kind of a bummer, because, God, I love the little birds. The attack choppers are garbage. I mean, they're a flying coffin, if you ask me. The only time I ever get in them is to either spawn on a teammate just to jump out, but that's another thing I want to talk about. Fucking rocket trucks. You see that shit? God, rocket trucks. I fucking can't stand rocket trucks, whether they're friendly or enemy. There's nothing worse than getting in a gunfight, and then a bunch of explosions go off, and then your screen just shakes, and your shots get all dicked up. Man, DICE, give us private servers. I want my own fucking server, so that I can fucking banhammer any son of a bitch who gets in that fucking rocket truck. The thing just pisses me off, man. Especially when people drive it back into their spawn, and then there ain't shit you can do about it, because if you're playing by yourself, the only way to get back there is with a helicopter. It's just fucking bullshit, man. Rocket trucks are ghetto, so ghetto. But, so here I am, capturing my favorite flag, Dracula. Why I like this flag so much, I don't know. I think the team who spawns on the Delta side actually has the advantage on this map. And here's why, or excuse me, spawn on the Alpha side has the advantage. And here's why I say that. There is no cover going, so you've got Delta, Bravo and Charlie are next to each other, then you've got Alpha. Going from Bravo or Charlie to Alpha, going to Alpha, you have almost no cover. I mean, you can kind of use the hills there a little bit to your advantage, but I hate that Alpha flag. I hate running there. The only time I will ever go capture Alpha is if we hold the other 3 flags, and that's the last one. I hate the Alpha flag. Going from Bravo and Charlie to Delta, man, look at all those tanks. You got a ton of cover. It's really easy to move up. So, what I recommend is holding Delta, Bravo, and Charlie. If you lose Alpha, fuck Alpha. I hate Alpha. Play how you want, but I fucking hate that Alpha flag. Especially with those 3 2-story buildings. Then you get some asshole in a rocket truck. God, I fucking hate Alpha. And rocket trucks. Fucking hate rocket trucks. And I know this is kind of a bit of a random commentary, but to be honest, I was recording last night, and I quit recording in the middle of a match because apparently I have too much footage. So I have to upload something here so I can free up footage. And I didn't want to just upload crap. See, I hit that fucking son of a bitch. And I thought I was going to get him there, but he pulled up last minute. Motherfucker. That's alright, though. So this is what I'm talking about, teamwork. So if you look down on my mini-map, you see that other green arrow. That's my buddy Cold Seth. And we're both converging in on this helicopter. So he's kind of going for the flank, and I'm kind of going up the middle. And if you watch what happens, so I'll take out the helicopter. And those 2 guys, you can kind of see them. They go up over the hill. If you look, Cold Seth is flanking around the backside. I throw a grenade for the suppression, and as I come over the hill, watch this. Cold Seth got them both. It was fucking beautiful. See, and that's fucking teamwork. And I know you can't hear like the in-game chat, but we didn't communicate that one single bit. See, slams, trapping them at Delta. That's what I'm talking about. So, like I was saying, we didn't communicate that one bit. We just did it. Right? And that comes from working with each other, training with each other. And obviously, we play Battlefield together from time to time, but we're both parents, and we both work for a living. So, the time we get to play is semi-limited, but because we train and work together, we know what each other is going to do without having to communicate it. And it's just a beautiful thing. It really is. It's an art. It's an art in a way. I mean, or should I say a science? It's more of a science. See, look at that hip fire. Isn't it just dandy? God, if you don't use the UMP-45, it's like the, what, 2nd or 3rd PDW unlock, and it is arguably, in my opinion, the best. The only other one I've used is the CZ-3A1, and that one is just fun because it's a bullet hose, but I find the UMP-45 is more consistent. The CZ-3A1 is good up close and personal, and you can kind of get people down at medium range, but the recoil at 1,000 rounds per minute is just ridiculous. Slower recoil on the 45 plus the higher damage. It's a lot easier to manage at medium range, but because the damage output at close range is so good, it still can hold its own at close range. And yeah, it's just fabulous. Watch this. Watch this. No, look at that. That's kind of a medium range, right? And no problem controlling that. No problem. See, and there's that fucking rocket truck dropping bombs. That shit's just fucking annoying. See, and he's back at his spawn. Look at that. It's horseshit. And I don't care if it's friendly or enemy. It's just garbage. And see, I'm over here fucking, once again, trapping them in at fucking Delta, and I'm trying to fucking find where this rocket truck's coming from, and then game ends. But that pretty much wraps it up for now, gentlemen. Ladies, gentlemen, whatever you are. And I think I went, I don't know, I'm gonna find out what I did here, but I thought I did rather well. So I guess kind of the moral of the story is work as a team, if at all possible. And I know this commentary was a bit scattered, but I'll be honest, I just had to fucking free up some room on my computer because this shit, I need to record more footage. So there you go, 31-5, 10K score. My buddy Seth, 18-4. Did a fantastic job, and see you all next time.